Right, hello, fine and wonderful people of the internet. We're back in Leitstellenspiel.de and we're back in charge of Scotland's emergency services. So not much has changed since the last time I was here, except I started working on something over here, which will maybe become apparent in the near future. And I've expanded the listing in some of the stations, but for just now, not much has changed. So what we've done, unlike last time, is we're starting our shift nice and proper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the menu, and I'm going to put us on a normal call. So normal is basically it's a busy time for the emergency services. So we'll just have a quick thing. I can't even speak today. I don't know why I'm trying to record this. Anyway, the reason I refreshed it is because sometimes it can take a while for the calls to come up. And we've already got two. So the first call we're going to answer today is a medium field fire, for which we're going to get Paisley to respond to. And we're going to have to do more than that. So it's going to be Paisley and Clyde's Mill. So Clyde's Mill is CO2. So that's FO4. Okay, so good grief, son. Come on, hurry up. Right, okay. So what we want here is FO4D1, which is here, and CO2D1. Okay, we'll mobilize those for just now. So these are aerial rescue pumps, and I don't actually have a second. So there's no other pumps. There is another pump at Clyde's Mill, but I don't have it modeled. CO1's probably the next one, so we'll do CO1P1. So we're going to mobilize the third unit, CO1P1, mobilize. So we've got two aerial rescue appliances, two aerial rescue pumps, and one normal pump responding to the fire. And we have to arrange hospital transport for somebody at the Western General. So the nearest one is probably going to be Pef or Mill. So it's under ambulance, and it's going to be one of the fours, is it not? No, because there's more things than that, isn't it? No, it's the sixes. Is it? Oh god, I can't even remember my own bloody units. PTS car. So 789 is what we're looking for here. So we're going to mobilize ambulance 789. There we go. So one of the PTS vehicles is going to depart. Okay, cool. So we've got two calls to start us off. One of them an emergency, one of them a grade 2 emergency actually, which means it's reasonably serious because, as you can see, it's just off the motorway, so that could cause some issues with smoke billowing onto the M74. Is this? What's this? Oh no, it's a A737. Okay. Oh no, the M. What am I talking about? The M74 is all the way over here. Yeah, here it is. So here we go. So Clyde's Mill has mobilised, East Kilbride has mobilised, Paisley has mobilised. Cool, that is fantastic. And we've got another little while to go until we get the next calls. And I'm just going to refresh again just to make sure that we're doing here. So basically, the way I'm trying to work it at the moment, with the exception of the fact that I've just added a new station in complete contrast to what I'm about to say, from now on I'm going to make sure all of the stations that are here are full of their units. So while we're waiting for another call to come in, if I go to notes here, you can see this is all the stations. So it shows you what we need, and actually that one's been done. So yeah, shows you what everybody needs. So I'm gonna get all of these done before I start adding new stations to make sure everyone's fleshed out. So this station is now complete. The Glasgow East Ambulance Station is got loads and loads and loads of ambulances, which is pretty cool. We've got another call. What we've got? We've got housebreaking, and it's next to St Leonard's. We've got a couple of cell vans here. They're not particularly response trained, but we'll use them as response anyway. So St Leonard's is yeah, ES21. So we've got nothing else going on, so we'll deploy both ES21 and ES22. They're going to mobilize. Yeah, despite being so St Leonard's is the Edinburgh Division headquarters, as opposed to Fetis, which is kind of the East Coast headquarters, and as such, St Leonard's actually doesn't have a dedicated response team. It has some specialist teams such as public order and armed response, but it doesn't have any kind of routine responses. But for the sake of this, we do have 2 units there. It's the same as I've checked the fleet listings, and Portobello doesn't have any police vehicles listed to it, so I'm not quite sure what the deal is there. But we'll figure that one out in due course. So anyway, they've been mobilized to that. We've got more units than we need to, but whatever. Got another priority 1 call, criminal damage. That's not that big, so we'll get police EC11, which is a incident response car. We'll get them to mobilize. Cool. So they're now en route to that call, and we've got another non-emergency call that's come in. Where is it? Yes, Livingston. So there should be. There isn't a PTS, but I do have a spare urgent tier ambulance, so we'll do 522. We'll get that mobilized along to that. So 4E522. So urgent tier is basically for I don't know. There's lots of names for it. Even I've grouped them all into urgent tier for the purposes of this. But there's basically ambulances which aren't full emergency ambulances, and full emergency ambulances are what makes up the bulk of Scottish Ambulance Services fleet. But there's urgent tier, which is for cases that are urgent but not immediately life-threatening. They tend to be made up of ambulances equipped with blue lights that used to be frontline ambulances but aren't anymore, so that's why this urgent tier is a Peugeot Boxer. So a few years ago it would have been frontline, but it now isn't. Then there is oh, hello. There's the real police going on outside. Interesting. There is mid-tier, which is the level below that in terms of response, and then there's low acuity. Interesting. Several police cars. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't really come through on the mic, but I imagine it should be okay. Yeah, and then there's low acuity. So for the purposes, and then it goes down to PTS, which is vehicles that are not blue light equipped and wouldn't be used for blue light jobs. The analogy to them is ALS and BLS ambulances in Europe, something which I've been shouted at before for not using them. I'm using them now, but my feeling for not using them in the past was, oh shit. So we've now got an update that this has become a large field fire, which is interesting. So we're going to need some police now. I don't know if I actually have some road policing units to be able to come and deal with this. We've got a road policing bike, which isn't going to do the trick. Okay, interesting. So we'll send the closest police unit, which is going to be Paisley, which is going to be KP11. I might actually send KP11. Actually, no, because it's only one side of the road so far that we need to do off. So we'll just send KP11, which is an incident response car from Paisley. I'm going to mobilize CO1P2. We're going to get that over here. What else do we need? We need... Okay. Right. So we basically need a lot of things. So we need a high volume pump. So if we go to pods, our nearest one is going to be CO2 here. So the high volume pump is going to mobilize with one of the prime movers from Clyde's Mill. So that's fine. So we've satisfied the police are on the way. We've got one of the high volume pumps coming. We need an officer and we need more firefighters, which firefighter requirement will be fine. We need an officer, and I'm actually unsure who the nearest officer is. So for the case of moving us along, we'll just do that there, because the west coast is a little bit squiff. So the problem that we now have is that got a large fire and we need multiple units of things. So we've got CO2 is fully deployed, CO1 is fully deployed, F04 is fully deployed. We'll now do EO2, DO2 and DO1. Okay. So this is what we've got on the way, and this is what we still need. So the next one we're going to go to is EO2P1, which doesn't take us to the requirement, and DO2P1. Okay, so we're going to mobilize those ones. So that now does take us to enough things. So we're now going to mobilize Bishop Briggs and Bell's Hill to come and attend to this. Meanwhile, we've got lots of emergency. So I can see here there's a priority 2 emergency coming in, and a light aircraft has come down near to Bathgate. So we're going to get as much as we can here. So Bathgate's partially retained. So we're going to get P1 and P6 responding to that just now. So that's L1. Where's L? Where's alphabet go? Okay, L3, P1, P6, mobilize to that. Okay, the nearest police station is going to be Livingston, so we're going to grab JL11 and 12. JL11 and 12, they're going to turn out to that. Gonna need at least a couple of ambulances. So the closest ones here. So it's 341 and 342 are our ambulances. So 341, 342, our 2 ambulances currently based at Livingston are going to mobilize. So we only sent 2 pumps. We now need a pump, an officer, and a heavy rescue unit. So Livingston is going to be our pump. So LO2P1 is going to mobilize. LO2 P1 mobilize. Nearest officer is probably going to be Falkirk, I think. Falkirk, where is... Yeah, so LO4 Oscar is probably going to be the one that we need. We could possibly need more, but we'll let them get on the scene and advise. So we're looking for LO4 Oscar. So they're now going to mobilize. And the last thing that we need for this call, according to the call handler, call handler's recommendation is heavy rescue, which we don't have here, I don't think. I don't have it in Larbertland, Lithgow, Bowness. No, so the nearest one's probably going to be Sight Hill, which is KO6R1. So we're going to mobilize that one. KO6, which is over here. Romeo 1 mobilize. So this, until they get there, we've got enough units that are recommended. Next in line, we have an injured person atop a high volume mast. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is KO5P1. We're going to mobilize that. Yeah, so KO5P1, which is here. We're going to grab an officer from Tollcross, which is KO7 Oscar. We're also going to grab the line rescue unit, which is available at Tollcross, which is that one. We're going to get Tollcross's aerial appliance, which is off. And we need a second pump, so we'll just do the first pump from Tollcross, which is KO7 P1. So we've got an officer, which is 1 dot. We've got height, which is 1 dot, and we've got rope rescue, which is a 3rd dot. We've also got 2 pumps, so that's fine. So let's get them mobilized. Next thing we need for this incident is police. So we're going to get EH11, which is Howden Hall Police Station. Police EH11, and then finally is we need an ambulance. So the nearest ambulance is going to be Peffer Mill, so we're going to have 3E301. We'll get that one mobilized out to here. So ambulance 3E301, mobilize. Okay, ambulance is away. So as we're dealing with this, more and more calls continue to come in. So we've got a stop and search, which isn't particularly interesting. They're actually in the grounds of Edinburgh Waverley, so we're going to get the British Transport Police to come along to that one. So we'll get the Ford Kuga, so that's D26. Police D26 is going to mobilize to this one, and we've got Health Rose person, we've got an unwell person, and this is in Galashiels. The only thing we've got available is emergency ambulances, so it'll be 327. We'll mobilize to this one. Ambulance 3E327, which is here. Mobilize. Cool. Okay, so that's now going to mobilize. What else have we got? Pannon, and then we've got a whole load of crank and transports to sort. So broken down vehicle, that's not too bad, but we'll get the police. We'll get roads police to come do it. So that's GK31, 3 being the roll number for the police, for road policing unit. So GK31 mobilize. Great. Okay, so all our major incidents are currently being dealt with. There's at least one doctor required here. The nearest doctor's probably not in Livingston, actually. Yeah, they're definitely not in Livingston. Nearest one's probably going to be Special Operations Team. So we will get those ones. So, ambulance, and it's going to be SART, isn't it? So it's going to be 2E068. So that should be that one. So, right, so their paramedic car is going to come out to this, and we're still waiting on the rest of the units to arrive on scene. That's fine. Okay, where is this one? Got an uncontrolled nosebleed, which is a tad interesting. Let's go to here. Do we have an urgent tier? Oh, we do. So this one falls under urgent tier, so we're going to send out unit number 519. Ambulance. 519, let's go. Okay, so the rest of the stuff that we need is hospital transport. Why do we need a hospital? So this is obviously borked a little bit. Yeah, because so this should be from here. So we have a PTS, which is based here. So 837 will come to this one. Ambulance number 837 away. This one is Livingston. Actually, you know what, we'll do this one. So crank and transport. So 4E. Yes, that's what we'll do. So we'll do you to be the first alarm, and then when you're finished here, we'll get you to go to the second one at Livingston, which is fine. That leaves us one more that's unattended, and I've clicked on it and I don't see it anywhere. Where it be? Is it right on the hospital? No, that's where it's going to. But where? Okay, so it's here. So there should be an yeah, there's a PTS at Preston Pan, so its number is 844. Cool. So we're going to go to ambulance and 844 mobilize. Okay, so all our PTS units are currently away except for one, which is apparently not in the list, and everything else is almost fully dealt with here. Okay, we need a police for the unwell person. Oh yeah, that's right, I actually slightly neglected that one. Unfortunately, I haven't built the police station in Gallashiels, which is annoying, so I'm going to have to send it up from Hoyk, which isn't going to happen because a large fight has just broken out in Hoyk. So we're going to get literally everything. Hoyk's number is JH, is Juliet Hotel, so let's get everything we've got at Juliet Hotel. So they're going to mobilize. Oh god, this has turned quite nasty actually. Not sure where the nearest other police station is. So again, there is definitely a police station in Gallashiels, but because I've not quite rendered down that far, that's proving a bit troublesome. We'll grab another couple of police units from anywhere nearby. I'm just going to use this one. We'll grab, let's grab police dogs, Savannah RV. So that's going to take them a long time to come down here. But we will deal with that when we have to. Right, we are definitely going to need to deploy SART to this because there's so many casualties. So we'll do East Coast. We'll do the command units. That one's deployed. So we'll get the ambulance and these away. So all specialist resources for a Special Operations Response Team are now away. So that covers 4 of us. Eventually, that will eventually cover 4 of us. So for just now, we're going to get everything we can from Hoyk Ambulance Station. So 333, 334, and 335. Ambulance, East Coast 333, 334, 335. Okay, so you've now got as much going to this as we physically can, and that leaves kind of nothing available for the helpless person. So as soon as the police, yeah, we'll just get the closest police unit from wherever is available to come and supervise, and that will be that one. So that was a big eruption of fighting. I don't actually know what this is because it's a new call and it hasn't translated, but it is in Linlithgow and it's a injury call. So we'll just do, we'll send 339 to this. So we're ambulance 339. 339. Here we go. Okay, so that's going to mobilize, and that will be that. Cool. You don't need to understand German to know what this one is. Dehydrated person. However, everything in Livingston is currently fully deployed. The current closest ambulance, so we're going to have to send from Linlithgow 33, unit number 334. Was that right? 334? No, 334 deployed. 340 is what I meant to say. Which is Linlithgow's second ambulance, so that's now going to mobilize in due course. And everything's proving to be just a little bit hairy at the moment. Got 2 new hospital transports that has come in, one from Little France. Now I'm convinced there's another PTS somewhere I can't quite find. Okay, this one's at Little France, so we're basically just going to get PTS Renault Master. So you're current. Oh, actually, hang on. There's 2 at Little France. Interesting. Okay, so this PTS is now fully deployed in due course, and I do believe the urgent. Oh, actually, no. PTS car is probably going to be available soon, so let's get them to the here. Ah, interesting. So we've got a person in the water. Where is this? It's off Dean Bridge next to Dean Village, so somebody slipped into the water from here. Okay, interesting. Nearest unit's definitely going to be Tollcross, which is pretty busy. So we're going to have to send Tollcross, Tollcross Pump 2 McDonald Road Area Manager, which is going to be SF. So they've got rope units in. So KO7P2 is here. KO7P2 mobilize. KO2 SF mobilize. Nearest available ambulance. We're actually going to get one of the rapid responders from here. So 2E57 ambulance. 2E57 mobilize. That frees us up now to go and get some things from here. That's so 306 we're going to get. Where are we? So 306, ambulance number 306 is here, so we're going to mobilize that one. And just in case it proves to be necessary, and it might, we'll grab we'll grab South Queensferry's Coast Guard unit. So if we go to Water Rescue, that will be the Queensferry Water Rescue Unit. Now it's annoying, I actually might change this in the future because I don't like the idea. So in this you cannot have a line rescue unit without having a boat, which is a tad annoying because the Coast Guard units don't typically carry boats. It's the lifeguards that are it's the lifeboats that are anyway, it's annoying. We'll sort it out at some point. Anyway, so we're going to mobilize Queensferry Coast Guard just in case it's needed. Meanwhile, we have a few calls that have coming in. Okay, actually, so this fight down in Hoyk is going to require a senior officer from the ambulance service to be there, which is deploying as part of the special operations team. So we can see here that they're all in a massive convoy going down, and at least 2 of those are specialists capable of delivering that level of care. So that's going to take a while, but that's going to be fine. Everything else is currently being dealt with. We've got 2 new incidents, one important, one not. So this one is a breach of the peace. So we're going to send. Crap, we don't have anything, and we've not put in Newton Grange's police station yet. So we've not done Musselburgh yet either. And we've already deployed Liberton. So we'll do Craig Miller. So we'll do EM21 to deploy to this. So we're going cross division here. EM21 will now mobilize. Good. Okay, they're now on the way. Happy days. Oh hi. Right, so that one's been dealt with. I'm going to ignore this because another priority call has come in. It's a tree on somebody's roof, which requires a fire appliance. Nearest fire appliance, Broxburn's retained and Queensferry retained. We don't need those at the moment. We're going to go KO6 P1 rather. So we'll get that mobilized. KO6 P1 away. So that's that emergency call dealt with. We can now deal with the non-emergency one, which is an unwell person. So we don't have any ambulance. So there's surprisingly only one ambulance station actually and I'm just gonna acknowledge this because they're already on the way and that's already on the way. So we'll acknowledge that. 307 is the closest ambulance that we have available. It's not a priority call, so it's not too bad that we don't have something too close by. So that is fine and dandy. A call has just come in that we definitely need a new doctor. What's this for? Yeah, we know they need a doctor. He's just about to arrive on scene, so that's definitely fine. Okay, so it seems we have a wee moment to catch our breath, and actually we've got a new crank and transport coming in here. Okay, we're starting to fully deploy a little bit, so we're gonna have to send 519 over to this. I believe it's the only one that isn't here. That isn't fully booked in, so 4E519 is going to go to this crank and transport. Okay, it's turning into a busy old shift. The person at the mast requires the an air ambulance. Closest air ambulance, I believe, to us is going to be Perth. It's a 50-50 split between Glasgow Airport and Perth. So we're going to get the Scottish Charity Air Ambulance to mobilise to this, which is going to be ambulance, and it's Hibblejaybob 76 away. Cool. Right, so it's going to take them a little while to spin it up, but that call will now eventually be dealt with. There's no new updates in any of our major calls, but we do have another one of these, which is a tad annoying. And I don't have, so everything of the Scottish Ambulance Service is fully booked, so I'm now going to fully outsource this to the British Red Cross to see what they can help us with. Cool. Okay, so British Red Cross is now helping us with something. And I'm going to take a drink of water because recording all of this stuff makes me incredibly thirsty. But whatevs. Okay, cool. So, everything is now satisfactorily been... Oh no, we've got a new... Ooh, okay. Actually, this is a reasonably big one. So we've got a fire in a fast food restaurant. Let's not pay too much attention to where it is because I suspect it's off the chart. So, we're going to have to get Cumbernauld, pump 1 and pump 2, and Bells Hill, pumps fully deployed. Okay, yeah. So DO1, D1, and DO4. Right, so DO1, D1 away. We do need the officer as well, so we'll grab them. And DO4, P1, and DO4, P2, mobilize. So we've now got 3 pump units want to end. We do need an ambulance. The nearest ambulance is going to be a Glasgow Ambulance Service. 168 is our nearest ambulance. I've clicked on the wrong thing. So nearest ambulance, ambulance number 3G1. Where's G? 3G168. Mobilize. Here we go. So this should now be fully dealt with. Happy, hoppy, happy days. Right, okay, hang on a second, this is a big one. Right, okay, road traffic collision involving a bus. Bugger. However, we do at least have a heavy rescue unit here, so... Wait, did these guys not mobilize? Yeah, okay, they did mobilize. Okay, the game's just having a wee bit of upset to itself. But we didn't mobilize the rescue unit, so let's just do major rescue unit. We're going to do this. So that's going to mobilize. We need 2 police units. What have we got? London Road. We're going to get GK10, GK31. Police. GK31. GK... Ooh, I've not added those to the list. That's interesting and unfortunate. Police. GK10. So we're getting roads policing and incident response team to come out and deal with that. This is actually quite significant, so what I might do is send the police, and I might do the collision investigation unit, the closest, which will be down in Feta, so it'll probably take a while for us to get to it. There's 4 casualties at this incident because it is actually reasonably big. So we don't have any pumps coming onto this yet, but we do have 4 casualties, which I want to deal with first of all. So we'll send the Glasgow Special Operations team. So Unit 6, Unit 7, 535, 539, 541, 543, 544, and 545. Mobilize. That leaves us with 1 more unit that we still need. So Glasgow East is. I'm just gonna refresh the game for a quick second to let me know who's doing what. So let's head back over east. 169 is available because we do need 1 ambulance over here. So 3G169 is available and mobilized. Right, we now need to source 2 pumps and an officer from somewhere. So it's probably going to be Larbert. So L05P1, L4P1 will now mobilize. L04 P1 away, L05 P1 away. Okay, so they're going to mobilize. We might need more units at a time, but at the moment this is just a recommendation. We do need to source an officer from somewhere. I'm not sure who the nearest available officer is, so because I'm lazy, I'm just going to use this. And the nearest one was... okay, so there was no other officer available, so it's Bones's command support unit is going to mobilize. We've got 2 people requiring transport, which we'll sort in a little while. For just now, we have a number of things, and they're all emergencies which need to be dealt with. So we've got a caravan fire, which requires 2 pumps, so it's going to be KO6 P2. None of you guys are back, so KO1 P2. Okay, let's deal with that. So KO1 P2 away, KO6 P2 away. Hang on, something's happened here that shouldn't have happened. So let's go back. So KO1 P2. Why has that got 2 units selected? Okay, that's slightly broken. So what have we got here? Okay, let's just cancel that one. And KO6 P2. Okay, this call is now fully resolved. Right, so what we've got here, childbirth. Newton Grange Ambulance Service. Oh, there's another urgent tier ambulance. Okay, that would be helpful to know. Anyway, for just now, we're going to send 3E298. Ambulance 3E298, which is down here. The problem is looking at the screen so intensely for so long does mean that you do kind of zone the fuck out just a little bit, which is annoying. It does say that we need a doctor over to this, so we're going to send 2E56. 2E. Oh no, that's not the call. Where's childbirth? Childbirth, right? Okay. 2E56 is available and is now mobilizing. It's not an obstetric emergency, so we're not going to send a neonatal unit, so that is fine. This road traffic collision, so we'll send EO11 in the first instance. No, police. EO11, mobilize. And we'll send the closest roads policing unit, which is probably going to be Dalkeith, because that's the trunk roads policing unit. So that's going to be police, and that's going to be JD34. We'll mobilize them because it is on the motorway, I think. Is it? Was I right in saying that? Oh no, it's not. It's completely not. What am I talking about? Oh, anyway, it's mobilized anyway. So we can probably stand them down, but there's no need to at this time. And we're currently being caught up with the number of incidents here. So we've got another uncontrolled nosebleed. And I know for a fact that Peppermill's fully deployed. So we'll do Dalkeith. So that's going to be 4E. Is it 522 or 518? Let's quickly check. Newton Grange is 418. So let's do. Oh no, that's completely the wrong one. Uncontrollable nosebleed, which is a call made to the Treble 1 service. 4E518. So we'll get that mobilized. Use our non-essential resources while we have them available. And let's clear a couple of scenes here. So we know that this has become interesting, and we've got 3 ambulances looking to go to hospital. So Linlithgow is looking to go to St John's at Livingston. That's fine. Edinburgh is looking to go to, what have you got here? What call are you at? Yeah, uncontrolled nosebleed. Doesn't need to go to accident emergency. We'll send it to acute injuries. The last one that we've got is at the plane crash, long distance, but we'll get them to go for specialist trauma treatment at the Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh. Cool, that's fine. Somebody needs a doctor, and we've got a doctor on the way, so we don't have to worry about that. Cool. Right, we've got 2 calls that require something. So this has now become an aggressive person. For which we're just gonna send in the closest available police unit to deal with that. What's this? Vehicle crash has become a vehicle crash involving a lorry, so let's go down and deal with that one. Ooh. This has become interesting. So this is this one. So we've now got, so I'm glad now that we've got the road policing unit already on the way. We do need an ambulance. The nearest available ambulance is going to be Peffermill. What's Peffermill's numbers? Peffermill's numbers 306. So 308 is needed. We need 3 fire units and a heavy rescue. KO6. Oh god, is KO6R1 available? Yeah. Okay. So heavy rescue unit from Peffermill. From what am I talking about? From Sighthill is going to arrive. But the rest of this is fully deployed. The rest of Edinburgh is fully deployed. Closest other stations that might be available, KO5. We're actually going to deploy the command unit from KO5. So KO5C1 is going to mobilize because the rest of Edinburgh's officers are already busy, and we need to source 3 pumps from somewhere. Actually, no, it's just 2 pumps from somewhere because of the way this game works for certain vehicles. So KO6 is fully deployed, KO7 fully deployed, probably is going to be KO4. So we'll do KO4P1 and JO1P1. Okay, KO4P1, JO4, Juliet 04P1, mobilize. Okay, road traffic collision involving a heavy goods vehicle has now been... Oh no, wait, why did I do JO4? That was mistaken. It is JO1P1. Way. JO4P1 is wrong, so let's back alarm that. Cool, right, done. Okay. Starting to get there. It feels like. Right, so this is a big emergency than normal, so it's a supermarket on fire, and again, we're kind of running out of resources. But West End police station's available, so EW21, we're going to get away. EW21 away. We need 1 ambulance, so we're going to get Peffermill again. 3E307 away. We need 3 pumps and an officer. Now, KO2 SF is away. KO7 Oscar is away. So we don't have anything else. I'm just going to send the closest one from here. We now need to source 3 pumps from somewhere. So KO1 remains... Oh no. Oh no. KO2P1 is available. Interesting. So KO2... Oh, P1 and P2 are available. Oh no, it's not. It's because that one's broken, right? So let's do that, and we'll have to back alarm NO. Wait, why is it not done this time? Oh no, I'm thinking of KO1. Yeah, right. Okay, so there's 2 pumps at McDonald Road, which are going to go. We need 1 more from Crew Toll, which is KO1, not KO2, which was my mistake. It done borked. Let me just have a quick refresh of that. Oh, hi. Right, so we're at the supermarket fire, which is... supermarket fire. Ooh. The call's disappeared. Okay. Well, supermarket fire has disappeared. Everything else here is still ongoing, which is a smidgen interesting. So what we've got here, so we've got 1, and priority 2. So another aircraft has come down, and it's in a rather annoying location. We cannot deal with this one easily. We can't. So let's just deal with this one. So concussion is police. No, it's not. What am I talking about? Concussion is ambulance, Peffermill 3E307, mobilize. Okay, That one's away. We've got an unconscious crane operator in Livingston, so that's going to be JL11. Police. JL11, mobilize. We need ourselves. So 3E341. 3E341. We're going to need a doctor. The nearest doctor is going to be Peffermill, so ambulance. This is Peffermill. Okay, so that's done. We need a pump. I think Livingston's fully deployed. Oh no, Livingston's available, so not too sure who's closest here. Firefighting. Yeah, okay, this is closer by a matter of seconds, so the second pump from Livingston is going to mobilize. What we need now is an officer and a height appliance. So the nearest height appliance is probably going to be Falkirk, which is L04. So we're going to go L04A1, and there is an officer also from Falkirk available, so we're going to mobilize them. So what we've got is the police, we've got the ambulance, we've got the ambulance paramedic, and enough resources from fire, so that one is now fully dealt with. Okay, we're starting to run out of stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put us back to realistic, which is one new call every 3 minutes. Cool. Right, fine. So this should help calm us down a little bit. So I'm going to do something just a little smidgen unrealistic here, but just because I've got the unrealistic situation in the West Coast. It's going to be quite difficult and time consuming to find all the necessary units, so I'm just going to do 3 pumps, 1 heavy rescue unit, 1 officer. So somebody commented on why I have these as they are, because they look quite grotesque in their opinion. The reason that they're here is because I often play this game on my mobile, and this layout worked really well in mobile, so hence why I have them here. Anyway, I'm going to use them this time as opposed to the little ticker interface just to see what's happening. So we've got 3 nearest pumps, the nearest officer, nearest heavy rescue unit. The nearest police units are going to mobilize to here, and we have 3 emergency ambulance needed. We'll probably need 1 rapid responder and at least 1 specialist from the ambulance service. So that kind of writes us all out. So the problem with not doing it is I don't have a good understanding of what calls have actually been deployed, what ones haven't. Somebody needs a doctor. Do we have a doctor coming? Yeah, we do. We've got the support unit. So this is that was the bus call. Right, that's fine. You've got a speaking wish, so let's try and clean these back as much as possible. So you're going to go straight to Glasgow Royal Infirmary, and now that there's a lot going on, I'm kind of going to start talking about it less and start doing a little bit more. Okay, gonna need to do the nearest ambulance, so ambulance is going to be 3E309. Mobilize nearest pumps are probably going to be well, L's fully deployed, so let's just have a quick check through K. So KO1P1 away, KO2P2 away. We need KO2P1 away, and there's no officers available. So we'll grab the nearest officer who's available from somewhere. We're going to do this, and because we've done KO1, we're going to have the back alarm done firmly. We'll have to fix that, which I'll probably just do momentarily. Alarm and response. KO2P2. Nope, that's the wrong one. Let me just very quickly fix this. So KO1, P2, and we're going to do N01. So we're going to untick this and save. So that one's now fixed. Good. Happy days. That's going to stop pissing me off. Next major call, we've got Sauna Fire, which... So the game randomly assigns calls, and sometimes it puts them in stupid places. Sometimes when I'm doing these videos, I like to pretend that there's like an analogy. Let's just say that there's like a cruise ship in the sauna, and the cruise ship is on fire. Probably a tad unrealistic. So anyway, what we're going to do here, again, I'm just going to try and do this a little bit quickly. So we'll do N01P1, P2, N01D1, M01P1. Okay, that will sort that. And the height appliance element of it would need an officer. And we also need a BA kit, which is going to be KO7B Sierra 1, so that's going to mobilize. We need 2 police vehicles, and that should actually be that one nice and dealt with. Cool, okay, happy days. So there's lots and lots of calls coming in, but little closure on any of the calls, a lot of the major ones. So you're still waiting on the helm, which has now come over Edinburgh, which is good. We're still waiting on Sort to arrive, but that's going to be some time and well out with the scope of this video. Cool. You are looking to take somebody back to hospital from Newton Grange, so it's going to be Edinburgh Infirmary. Fine, do it. Nothing else that we need. Okay, so we need to just do the why all these new calls? Okay, let's start the emergency. So the emergency is childbirth in Galashiels. So 3E328 mobilise. We're going to get the nearest one, which is going to be you. So they're all going to mobilise. That's now that one dealt with. We've now got a whole bunch of crank and transports that need to crank and transport. So let's just plough through this in whatever way we can. So we'll do the 6s. 6s are available here. So that's PTS away, ambulance, PTS away, ambulance, PTS away. We're now out of PTSs, I do believe. We've got charity services, which we can't really use. Right, okay, so we're now out of ambulance stuff, so we're just going to use British Red Cross. Start getting them away. So the British Red Cross are now fully deployed. And we still have one more to go, so we'll just use an urgent tier, seeing as we have plenty of ambulances still green on the board. Cool, okay, so they're away, we've got one new call. Oh, actually, we've got lots of things to go away, so let's start those quickly. Okay. So you're ready to go. So we're going to send you to the Glasgow Royal Infirmary, that's done. The person who was aggressive is looking to go to Dalkeith Police Station, that's fine. Because it was J Division property. You are waiting on at least one doctor who's going to come in the way and several other vehicles. Cool. Okay. So, ooh, we've actually got a quiet minute now. Cool. Okay. Okay. Cool. So everyone is mobilizing. You know what? I'm tired. I'm zoned out. It's been pretty frantic because we put it on every calls every 1 minute under the other. Unlike being realistic, which is approximately one call every 3 minutes, particularly when you're only dealing with this entirely by your starman. As you can see by all the flashing blue, whether it's Glasgow, Stirling, you know, Edinburgh, or even all the way down south, there is plenty of stuff to be dealing with, and all that will get dealt with in good time. But I think we've come to a natural breaking point with nothing that we need to deal with in either the emergency or non-emergency side to probably call this the end of this episode of Leitstellenspiel.de. I'm exhausted. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember, as always, that oh god, I'm so tired I can't even put my brain together. Can you believe that? Anyway, as always, I am peddling my Discord channel, which is available on screen at the moment. The link is in the description of every video that I do, and what basically we talk about every game that I do, or even just random shit that's going on. One of the things that's quite lively is a discussion on Mission Chief and Leitstellenspiel, where people taught me the wonderful joys of LSS Manager, which is one of the mods that I use that lets me do a number of things, such as like just hover over and see what's going on with the vehicles and stuff, which is super handy. Anyway, if you're interested in finding more about the game, please feel free to join my Discord and have a chat. Before just now, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching this episode of Leitstellenspiel.de, and I'll see you next time. Bye!